Okay, so moving along. Next game on our list
was...
was...
Oh, the bridge. The bridge. A bridge 2-4, my friend. A bridge 2-4.
Oh, jeez.
Brentford went to Stamford Bridge. They've won the last 2 games there, 4-1 and 2-0. It's a Chelsea team that have just come off the back of a good 2-2 draw with Arsenal for 77 minutes. Looked
really good.
I think we saw a glimpse of what the future could look like. A couple of mistakes and a little bit of bad game management, 2-2 draw, but a good feel. I think we all thought a Chelsea team that can win against Brentford and start putting a bit of a run together and start the progression that I think we all feel Pochettino's starting to have. Obviously, it didn't go like that.
No, I think there's a couple of obvious observations to have now, Rob, really, isn't it?
After 10 games, yeah?
I think so. I think we know for sure now that the striker position is still a problem.
Yeah. So it's a big problem.
You know, we've still got erratic forwards around the central player in Raheem Sterling, who I'm a fan of, really, but his finishing is erratic.
Yeah.
Mikhailo Mudryk was out.
He didn't play, did he?
Injury.
Yeah. Madueke's played, didn't he?
Madueke was disappointing.
Yeah, he didn't get in the game much.
Cole Palmer is class.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
He's first on the team sheet for me, and the attacking players. You know, Enzo was out as well. So again, 1, 2, 3.
Nicholas Jackson started, didn't he? Came in and played.
Yeah.
First game for a month. First start for a month.
And the goalkeeper for me, Robert Sanchez, is not the answer. Is not up to the level that Chelsea want to get to.
Okay, priorities. You Pochettino. Where's your priority? Number 9. Is it number 9? We've got Broja to come back. We've got Nkunku to come back.
I don't think we can make a conclusion yet on that.
So we'll wait for those guys to come back and get fit. Yeah.
If you want a priority for me right now and overload and just go over the top of anything that we might think, striker, isn't it? A striker, isn't it?
Well, I'm saying if we think Nkunku and do a job, maybe it's goalkeeper. Maybe it's Ramsdale that I mentioned. Maybe it's let's deal with that. The defensive players are coming back. Maybe it's that.
I think Ivan Toney and Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah. Does that make it look different?
That makes it different, but I mean that's probably unlikely. Arsenal aren't going to. I'm not sure they're going to sign Aaron Ramsdale, but you don't know. Maybe,
you go and ask the question.
Yeah, you go and ask the question. Absolutely. Ivan Toney is an interesting one. I think January. I think there's going to be a couple of clubs in for him.
I thought there was really, Rob, at the end of this game, I thought there was a really interesting shot of Mauricio Pochettino kind of surveying the pitch, kind of looking across the pitch and thinking of a few of his players and some thoughts going in and a bit like, I think that was a realisation that this is going to be tougher than he thought. I think he got a bit of hope and belief by what he saw last week.
He must know, Rob, from the training ground. Now, he has been saying things like, we're doing everything right.
Correct.
Our data and our stats are really good. It's just the finishing part, which is true.
Pretty fair.
Mostly true.
But there is a case of that, Rob, and we've both been in the game long enough and both been around dressing rooms and training grounds where training's one thing, match day's the other. I got to tell you, I went to a Wimbledon dressing room back in the day where some days our training looked like was below pub level. I kid you not. People couldn't control the ball or touch it. And we might be playing Tottenham at the weekend and you're thinking, White Hart Lane. Match day, mate, different, absolute different outlook.
You ain't getting that here, are you?
No, but this is a whole different group of players. But what I'm saying is the training thing and the doing stuff on there is only part to what the real deal is on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock when that whistle goes. And that's maybe part of what Pochettino's got to get into this group. Maybe in training, Nkunku's a brilliant, Jackson's a brilliant finisher. Yeah, he comes match day and he tightens up. He makes wrong decisions.
They've had 3 Premier League wins in 10. They beat Luton, Fulham and Burnley. 2 teams, promoted teams that are in the bottom 3. Fulham are not as good as last year. It's worrying that a lot of these young players, Rob, that aren't ready to fill the expectations that Chelsea fans have. That's my concern.
Yeah. My concern this weekend was, and we saw a few Chelsea fans steaming out just before Brentford got the second goal, and it was a bit calamitous from Chelsea's point of view, and Mbeumo scores. But my worry, Rob, that I think the Chelsea fans know where they are and what position they're in, and I think they're prepared to give this job patience and time and allow development.
There's a but coming.
There's a but. I think performances like the weekend and the manner in which it happened fans start to lose a bit of faith in that.
Do they lose faith, or do they just like?
It's disappointment.
Well, this is going to take a long time. Let's go.
Yeah,
we're not. This is.
There's a disappointment, but I think I think the long term is like it's Pochettino. I think if you have too many of those results like the weekend, you start going, "Ooh, is it all gonna come good?"
Well, but I'm not putting that down to the manager.
No, I'm talking about where this football club are, the group of players.
To the new owners and trying to buy all the best young players and mould them into the team.
And that's the biggest thing I think that comes out of this. The ownership has got to give the required time, and if it means more, the required money to get the right balance of players in this football club.
They need some experienced footballers for me.
Yeah,
they need
some know-how, Rob.
Been there, done it. Yeah. Whatever league, it doesn't have to be in England, but just 27-year-olds, 28-year-olds.
You've got games under the belt who guarantee you 15 goals a season.
Yeah, or just 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10.
Help some of these younger players. I think Mustoe said is going to be really great. Conor Gallagher. Is he going to be great for Chelsea? I love the way he plays. I love his energy. I love his enthusiasm. But is he the productive quality for this football club?
Yeah. So interesting in my thing of Conor Gallagher is I think Conor Gallagher has the ability to be a goal-scoring midfield player, but I think he's caught between two stools. I think he's been told to be a bit more of a holding footballer type, and I don't think he's got the full skill set to be that. He's not
Enzo
quite. Enzo can do that. Reverse passes, tickle him around the corner. That's not Conor Gallagher. No. Conor Gallagher's more Lampard.
Box.
Gives it to people who can do a little bit and gets in the box and gets knockdowns and nicks in front of defenders. And I think Conor Gallagher's having a difficult finding his identity of who he is.
The manager's put him in different places as well, to be fair.
Yeah, which doesn't particularly help him.
I liked him as a 10. He's been playing as a 10 recently. I think he's a little bit deeper in this game. But it's a good point. Cole Palmer is the 10, really. Class. And he's the one that's going to play in
He
that
looks
spot.
Rob like, if you make a run, he'll find you.
Yeah, he made some great passes in behind, which it was Cucurella missed. Jackson, Sterling missed one, blasted one over the top. It's like... And maybe that's the way it's going to go, Chelsea. Young players, new team, some good, some bad.
Yeah, maybe each week
we'll
flip-flop. Yeah, they went in 10th, and I was thinking 10th should be the lowest Chelsea are in the league. That should be the bottom, and then let's work at 7, 8, 6. Let's get the going below 10th is not good.
Give me some
but
more
I'm going to talk to you about the bees. I'm going to talk to you about Thomas Frank. 3 straight wins. We've played 3 games now since they've come up at Stamford Bridge. They've scored 8 goals and conceded 1. Thomas Frank has got a brilliant ability to set his team up, to understand what their strengths are, made a couple of not particularly personnel changes, but got a little bit more energy and drive out of his team because he thought they were a bit sloppy. Ethan Pinnock came on and gave us an interview. And up front, I've got goal threat in Wiesman and Mbeumo. And my underappreciated performer of the week is Brian Mbeumo, my friend. Who scores a goal, who assists a goal, and right now would be a solution for Chelsea from now till the end of the season, a centre forward who might just get you 10 goals if he was given the chance. And the thing I think is underappreciated about Brian Mbeumo is when Ivan Toney's playing, we all talk about Toney, and Mbeumo's out wide, and he's like the extra, and Toney's a star. When Toney's not playing, we talk about Toney anyway, and say, well, Mbeumo's kind of holding the spot till he comes back.
Him and Wissa
are doing I don't ever think we quite give him the credit. And I remember speaking to Thomas Frank when we were in the summer series tournament, and he was talking about Mbeumo, and he said, There's more to come from Mbeumo. He said, you haven't seen it all yet. He said he's a lot better player than he's shown. His goals, his commitment, his drive, lovely finisher of the ball, scored a beautiful goal last week against Burnley. 6 Premier League goals this season.
In 10?
In 10 games,
9 in 38.
Exactly. Good numbers.
Love that.
Good numbers.
Improving.
Yeah.
Listen, I like the shout because I like him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned him a few times before. He's got a lovely left foot. He's got an eye for goal. He can play wide. He'll run back and defend.
Yeah, he plays wide if he has to and do a job.
Yeah, it's a good shout. He is underappreciated.
Yeah.
He's a really good player, French player, 24 years of age. Can do a little bit of everything. Yeah, it's interesting because Ivan Toney, I think that the talk is that he's going to leave.
Yeah, and Chelsea might be one of those who...
Could be Chelsea, talk about Spurs, but I don't think they need to do anything like that. Arsenal? So Brentford is a good story.
Yeah.
They're a good story of mentality,
they've got a great manager, my friend.
I love their midfield of Jensen, Norgard, Jenelt, sometimes Onyeka in there. 3, hard-working, a little bit of blend of quality, a little bit slightly different. Jensen's more of a player.
Yeah.
Norgard can dictate from the deeper area. The 5 at the back he does against the big sides again.
Works again, doesn't it?
Worked out great. The next game
Roslavin Hickey in it on the side.
He'll play a 4 against a not such a great side. I haven't got my list, have I?
Yeah, I've got it here. Who did it play next?
They're home against West Ham.
Yeah, so he might go 4 against them.
Yeah, might go back 4.
4-3-3.
It's a good story. Brentford's a good story.
Absolutely good story, and great. Thomas Frank doing a brilliant job there.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.